Yep. That was great, April. Sorry it took me a little while to get on here, but I'm here, and let's see if our guests start coming into the room. We'll wait a little bit. I hope you've had a chance to look on the Venice Art Crawl Instagram and see the donut shop, because we are getting the pleasure of having the DP and the production designer join us. It's a short film, and we're going a little bit early here because, let's see, yeah, we were supposed to be on at 6:45 with James Roger Gahan, but I don't think that he can come today. If he happens to join in the room, I'd love to have you request to join, and then you can just be there. That would be great. But first, I want to give a shout out to another change that happened. Hey, is that Stella? I'm not sure. And Nisa Cove. Yay. Hi, Nisa. So glad that you could join. That's great. Yeah, so we have a few changes tonight. As always, we have changes because it's the art crawl, and artists are the way they are. Things don't always, show up exactly when you think they are, because it's the art crawl. We're fluid. And so James might not be on here, but his production guy and his DP, his production designer and his DP will be on. So I'm waiting for them to show up. And when they do, I hope they put request to join, and then that would be great. But I'm glad you guys all came here. Did anybody here see Donut Shop? It's in our feed. It's a 10-minute short, and it's about the future. It's the future in a donut shop. It's our future world, and there's a little surprise in it towards the end, and it's not that far off from our crazy reality now. Let's just put it like that. Anything can happen. And yeah, I wish we could talk to Jennifer, because she had a great, she has great insight onto what the filmmaker is trying to say. It's a fun thing. And there's a group of filmmakers called 18 Bleecker Films, and you should follow them. Look for them on YouTube and Vimeo and Instagram and see their work, because they're a tight group of filmmakers that have been together since film school, and they've done a bunch of shorts. They're doing great stuff. Hey, Tom, there you are. Tom, request to come in, and so I can have you talk about the film. Do you know how to do that? You just press that little... There we go. Send. Hi, Karen. Hi, April. Oh my God, April, that set was so awesome. I wish you could have done it for like another hour. I'd love to see you in concert, even on Zoom, especially on Zoom, because I'm stuck at home. Hi, Karen. It's nice to see you. Thank you for tuning in from Florida. Yay, sunny Florida, and not frozen over Austin or Connecticut, where Vanessa had snow all up her front door. It's been crazy out there in the world. So I want to thank, before we even start, I want to thank my friend Fred, who is an artist, and he dropped off some honey. It's called Honest Honey, and it's lovely. And later, we're going to see Michael and Patrick. There's his album up there. There's Michael. And, he's unable to join. Why is he unable to join? Hi, Martina. Is Pat around? Let's see. No, he can't come? How about Jennifer? Can you come on? Because for some reason... Oh, there you are.
Hi.
Hi. Hi. Yay. I'm just talking away. I saw the movie again,
Oh, you
Donut
saw it?
Shop.
Great.
Yeah, it was really great. I'm liking it more and more and
Yeah.
noticing all these little things about it. So I hope people can, take 10 minutes out and watch the movie. Because what was your role in the movie?
I was the production designer. So that's for anybody who's not familiar with film or television. The production designer, their role is doing essentially think of it like interior design, but for movies. So my role was sort of designing for Donut Shop. It was designing the actual physical donut shop,
Oh,
and
wow.
making the designs for that and picking the colors, picking the furniture, picking the props. So any like sets or anything like that, or props, set dressing, anything the actors interact with, anything seen on camera, that falls under my department.
Yeah, there was a lot to see on camera too. So that was a whole set where you weren't in an actual donut shop then.
No, we were in a studio. We were at Deer Studios in New York City.
Ah,
So
cool.
built in a studio space. Um, so we had designed all it. I had all flat rock in, painted the floor, everything like that, and then built the whole space, furniture, filled it full of donuts.
And where did you get those donuts?
Uh, Donut Pub.
Yeah, shout out to the Donut Pub.
Yes.
That's my favorite donut shop in New York City. And I know that Karen Giorno and Christina is on here. They're the ones that actually introduced me to the Donut Pub on 14th
Oh,
Street.
really?
Yeah, so some of my favorite donuts were in that movie.
Yeah, they did great. We had a bunch of ones that were there, but we had fresh donuts delivered daily because a lot of the cast was eating them for the actual movie. So we had tons of donuts.
That's great. That's so wonderful. I wish I had a role in that movie where I had to eat all those donuts like the actress in that movie where she stuffed them into her mouth. I would have loved that role.
Had a
I could have
spitball.
done that.
It was a lot. It was a pretty big scene for her to be chewing that many donuts.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my gosh. Oh, and some Ad Addie Doubt, I don't know, asks, isn't Anna Gazzola's stream live today? Yes, Anna is coming on. Anna's going to come on at 7 o'clock, but we are having we're having yeah, well, I'm hungry for donuts too, Martina. We're going to have the also the DP of the movie come on because
Yes.
the director is in New York and can't join us today, I don't think, unless he requests to join, and I'll put that in. I don't know how he's doing, but I'm very excited. So you guys have been working as a team for since film school. Did you all go to the same film school or?
No. So actually, I started working with Pat and Jimmy and everyone at 18 Bleeckers. Donut Shop was our first movie we did together. It is a short film for the person asking.
Right.
Uh, Available on the Venice Art Crawl. Do you have it up right now?
Yeah, there's a link to it. So there's a picture and then there's a link to the Vimeo, and we're going to put it up probably on our YouTube later. But it is a short 10-minute film, and you've got to see it. It's really cool. It's really
Yeah.
fun, and especially you, Christina, because you like aliens. I like aliens. Good.
But yeah, Donut Shop was the first one. We actually didn't go to film school together. I actually didn't go to film school.
Oh,
Uh,
you
but
didn't?
no, I didn't. A lot of my background, I started doing set design for fashion photography.
Oh,
We were doing a lot of working with brands and working with magazines and stuff like that. So we had that going on, and um, I
I
think it
don't
was
even know if do production designers even go to film school,
yeah,
actually. It's
yeah,
mostly directors and DPs, and
yeah. You can still major in production design,
you can.
and you also you can flip it and do scenic design in theatrical schools, or still
Right.
program as well. Um, but anyways, I started working. The makeup artist from Donut Shop recommended me to Jimmy
Uh-huh.
for this movie, and so we hit it off right away. And I did a design for them, and they liked how it looked, and so we decided to move forward. And we shot it on a shoestring budget, which was incredible because it doesn't look like it's on a shoestring. And We
Yeah,
had a
it
great
looks great.
with a bunch of great actors to kind of bring that whole space to life. And we shot that for over a weekend. I think it took us only 3 days to do that.
Wow, that's it. That was
Yeah.
good.
And then we moved on, and we've done two more films since Donut Shop. We've done Matilda, which is out now on a certain website, and I think it's gonna go streaming on Prime or something like that in a little while.
Oh,
And,
exciting.
and
Matilda,
then
Jennifer wrote that. Is it true?
Jennifer did write Matilda, and
I'm
she's
excited.
and then we did Data Management, maybe about a year and a half ago, which hasn't come out yet. It's going to do the festival circuit here pretty soon.
What is that one about?
That one sort of also exists in a like retro futuristic world, similar to Donut Shop. Donut Shop is a part of a universe that Jimmy, the director, created, like a cinematic universe where there's a certain things have happened, and it's an alternate universe to our own.
Mm.
Uh, that's sort of like a little glimpse into that world, and then Data Management is another glimpse into that world. And he has a lot of other movies that are much larger, that are feature films that expand on that universe. But this is sort of just little touches into it.
Oh, that's going to be really interesting to see. So they're all they have a theme, kind of.
They're linked with like a similar, like an alternate history. So similar to something like Man in the High Castle, where it's
Right.
a different version of history. His history is like Kennedy was never assassinated, and
Oh,
uh, and the Kennedys become a dynasty, and sort of it just becomes the Kennedy family takes over American politics forever. And
I
so it's
mean,
like in the
yeah,
Cold War.
but don't you feel like you're living right now in an alternate universe? I mean, have we just gotten it's what we're living through couldn't even be in a short film because nobody would believe it. They'd be like, there is no way that's going to happen. And we've just lived through it going, oh my God, we can't keep it like that. We can't just, we always we're at the point where we're turning off the TV because we can't watch anymore.
Right.
It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
um, but so, what are you working on something right now?
Yeah. Right now, we're in pre-production for a feature film called Trust, that we start principal photography on Monday, actually.
Wow.
So currently, just kind of getting everything, getting like the final stuff together. We load into our main location on Saturday and
Wow.
start shooting Monday. So
That's
that's
incredible.
yeah, it's a busy time. I'm excited. It's the first big feature I've done since COVID happened.
Yeah.
So it's very difficult to sort of get. I predominantly work in the independent space, and obviously in indie films, funding is an issue.
Yeah.
In the COVID era, there's just a vast amount. You have to spend a lot more money. You need a lot bigger budget just to become COVID compliant. So it's a
Yeah.
very we have great COVID compliance officers. Everyone's getting tested multiple times a week. We have zones A and B, and so there's a lot of precautions taken. It's very different than how things used to be.
Yeah.
Not a few commercials in COVID, but you can feel a large difference. It's a lot less people on set. Everyone's working with a lot smaller crews, and we're not working in. I mean, there's some of it's great. We're not in as small spaces anymore. Like sometimes, especially when I lived in New York, you'd shoot in little tiny apartments and stuff like that. You can't do that with COVID because you can't fit enough people in there to actually shoot.
Oh, good point.
We're shooting a lot outside or shooting in bigger locations where it's safe to be and safe to have everyone in there and socially distanced. So
Wow, that's great.
a lot of
That's
but I'm very excited to be back doing something like this.
Yeah, I'm glad. Art saves lives. Oh yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
Open your art freedom. Yeah, it's very interesting, isn't it, Michael? I'm sure there are people out here who want to, get involved in that part of the industry, the art part of the
yeah.
industry. So
It,
what would you say to people that want to go into production and stuff like that? Do that.
yeah, I think just to get yourself onto a set, it'd be obviously the first place to start is trying to find somewhere to be like a set dresser or a second or a prop stylist, and just sort of get your feet wet and see if you're into it. But I know a lot of people in our department have come from visual art backgrounds,
Yeah.
and it's one way to to still be very creative and be creative visually. And a lot of my job is crafting a beautiful image and working with the DP to sort of shape a beautiful and balanced image. And then, so I think it transfers. There's a lot of transferable skills from being a visual artist. I mean, actually, right now in my dining room, I have a bunch of paintings out because to put art up for a movie, you have to get permission from the artists. And sometimes it can
Where
be
do
hard.
you find your art, actually? How do you
Right.
find artists? Because a lot of artists probably want to show their art in movies. I know I've had my photos in feature films too, and they pay, but
Hey,
not so much in indie.
big budgets. So we're actually painting a lot of our own like abstract pieces. Just
Oh,
otherwise, I rent a lot of pieces from. There's a lot of art places you can go, and they'll have 13,000 paintings in a huge directory. But that's a very important thing in films is you can't just hang anyone's painting on the wall. You have to have permission from the artist.
right.
Or weird arts, and usually that means you have to rent it from a vendor who has permission from the artist to use their pieces. And typically you're getting stuff like that that's all framed, but the artist is what is it called? Like, I guess giving their visual license to the vendor for
Right.
me. So yeah.
Yeah, cool. Well, that's interesting. I wonder if Pat is here. Let me see. Oh, by the way, what is your Instagram? Do you have an Instagram?
Yeah, it's
And can we follow you?
it's Tom Wyman Designs.
Spell it out just so we know.
TomWymanDesing. Designs.
Designs, you get it.
Oh man, you got me. You got me. Spelling has never been my forte.
That's okay. We'll follow you. And that would be great. Oh, Todd Harris Makeup. Hi. Tell me. And yay, Pat's here. Oh, good.
All right, I'm going to sign off and then enjoy your conversation with Pat.
And then Pat, just come on. Yay.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Sunny.
you for coming on.
Have a great evening. Bye-bye.
Yay. All right. Let's see, Pat. That was fun. Wasn't that interesting? So this is the DP. Let me see if I can invite him. I'll send a request. And he's calling in from New York, I think. He just arrived in New York last night. Let's see. Hey, how was the bacon last night?
How is everything?
Great. Where are you? Are you on the street in New York?
Yeah, funny enough, I'm actually just finishing up prepping for a shoot tomorrow. And I'm just walking into a house right now, so it's going to be a little better lit than it is right now. But
oh, that's good. We're in the real world.
Oh man,
and in
I
New
love
York.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in. Yeah, I know that your weather's a little better than New York.
Way better. I think this is the best weather in the whole world.
Oh, I know. Tell me about it. We were trying to shoot in LA for this shoot coming up tomorrow, and because we were having trouble finding people with a boat out here, but unfortunately we found somebody with a boat, so now we're stuck shooting in New York.
Oh, how crazy.
I know, funny.
Pat,
But,
what's your last name?
McDevitt. So that's Pat McDevitt.
Are you on Instagram?
I am. I have my DP page at PT McDevitt, and I primarily use another page called Jenga Music. I've been using that for the past 2 years now.
McDevitt, P-E-V-I-T-T. I need there it is, PT McDevitt. So follow him on Instagram and you can keep up with your work. So what other films have you been, well, tell us more about Donut Shop really, because I'm more interested in that, and what